The series begins with our heroine, Haruka, a simple, beautiful girl writing a list of wishes that she hopes to achieve, especially after graduating from high school. A year later, we see Haruka working as a waitress in a restaurant. She's still the same kind and naive person who deals with everyone naturally, to the point that she volunteers to carry a trolley by herself. But her colleague comes to help her, so she thanks him for helping her. At night, she returns home, exhausted to the point that she is unable to clean her room, which is all messed up, and she goes to bed exhausted. She wakes up late in the morning and runs to work, but on the way, she sees the girls taking care of themselves. She stops and looks at herself in the mirror, wondering what brought her to this state. During her high school days, she was taking care of herself and was very feminine. Suddenly, she bumps into a girl and remains confused to the point that the other girl says to her, "What's wrong, my dear?" Haruka replies that she likes her appearance. On the 20th of the month, it is Haruka's birthday, so she wakes up late. She is confused because she has prepared something and her coworker, Kuro, is supposed to invite her today. By chance, she enters a store and finds there the same girl she saw before. She runs to her to help her. After that, they finish and go out. By chance, they see Kuro, who is still playing around, and she is happy that she saw him and tells him that she bought makeup to be pretty. They were supposed to go out today, but he gets lost in the matter and makes the excuse that he has a job. So she becomes upset and regrets that she bought the makeup because she thought about something before and thought that they could go out together and have a relationship and nothing else. She laments her luck because she is not confident in herself. Here, the girl continues to find it difficult for her and decides to take her to a store, literally changing her 180 degrees. Then Haruka goes to see Kuro, who is surprised by her appearance and confesses to her that she looks beautiful and asks for permission from her because his friends are calling him. But she remembers the girl's words and she gets encouraged to call him. She remembers his words that he told her to invite her to her birthday, so he apologizes to God that he forgot and asks if it is possible to go out. Of course, Haruka agrees immediately without thinking. The next morning, she goes to thank the girl, whose name we know is Hikah, and gives her a crumpet as a thank you. Dear viewer, here, you will see all the wonder. Haruka asks Hikah to help her regain her self-confidence again and be like her, so she agrees immediately. The next day, Haruka wakes up from sleep and is surprised that her room is clean and tidy, unlike usual. She is surprised at herself. Did she do this? But suddenly, a young man comes out of the bathroom and tells her that he is the one who did this when she asked him to help her. She is surprised that this young man is Hikah. Didn't I tell you, dear viewer, that I am not comfortable with this girl and her appearance is really suspicious? Hikah gets scared and screams from the shock. She tells him, "Are you a young man?" He says to her, "Yes." She says to him, "So who was with me yesterday?" He tells her, "I don't really like it." And he tells her, "I'm a man and everything," but she denies it because she runs away from people and no one can know where she is. The most important thing is not to focus so that you don't get distracted. Stay with me. I'm here now. The next day at work, she sees her colleague whom she admires, and he consoles her that she has a week full of work. He agrees with her to go out together tomorrow. As usual, she immediately agrees without thinking. After that, she runs away like this so that he can help her. How is it that the first time he gets upset when he sees her, but he helps her by giving her advice to be bold and not be afraid of anything? They buy the clothes that she needs, and when she arrives home, she receives a call from Kuro that she answers like an idiot, quickly forgetting all his advice. Kuro asks her to attend a party for a friend tomorrow. She agrees to go with him. The next morning, he yells at Haruka because she looks funny and it is not right for her to meet Kuro like this, and asks her to wipe all this filth immediately. After that, He fixes things and is pleased with her even while telling her that she is in the best shape today. After that, we see Hikah sitting and remembering Haruka's reaction when he told her that she is beautiful today in his custody and his falling to do what he wants. Here we see Kuro and Haruka at the party. It is obvious that they are happy and amazed that he has many acquaintances, and he also knows how to speak English. After that, they start to look at the exhibition and the party, and he asks her permission. Kuro sits to rest because the heels make her tired and she is not used to it. After that, she hears Hikah's voice and feels that she is imagining things, but when she looks behind her, she finds him. She runs to him and meets his friend who is with him and whose name is Sho. She is very happy that she saw him because Sho is very famous. But Hikah tells him to trust in God and he will push your calf. For the third time, he advises Haruka to stay natural and be confident because she is like an idiot and doesn't understand anything. She tells him, "You are right, I have to change myself." He replies, "What do you mean?" She replies, "It doesn't matter. I thank you for helping me a lot." Then Kuro comes and she talks to him for the first time. He encourages her. Yes, she tries to show her confidence, but she tells him that this is the first time she goes on a date with someone. Kuro replies and tells her that he expected something like this. It's okay, it doesn't matter. He says that he expected something like this.
And suddenly, Haruka was going to fall if it wasn't for Hikah. He catches her and carries her in a gentle move like that, but what is wrong with the state? But their luck is on. Kuro enters, who is frightened by their appearance like that. Of course, Kuro says to them, "What's wrong?" No offense. Haruka replies that she was going to fall, but he caught her. So Kuro is surprised and says to her, "What? You strong girl? You brought your time," and the situation passes peacefully like that. Here we see Haruka sitting with Hikah, who is shocked when he finds out that she hasn't been in a relationship since middle school. Then Kuro sends her a message about the incident. If they had brought up a million topics or something, wouldn't it have been better? She sees the message that tells her about a camping party and to bring her friend Hikah with her. I mean, if she wants, maybe in Bestar. The next day, they arrive at the camp and find Kuro welcoming them. He gives them the key to the room because they will stay together in the same room, and Hikah is surprised, but the situation passes quickly so that it doesn't get exposed. Then they go to the room and Haruka is happy, but suddenly his leg stutters. She runs to ask him, but he gets angry at her and tells her not to be so kind to everyone. She tells him, "I'm not kind to everyone, I'm kind to you only." She continues that her life has had a meaning since she met him. She asks him if he is happy that they are friends. He replies, "Of course I am." She asks him to take a picture together so she can post it on Instagram. By chance, the list of wishes that she wanted to achieve before entering university appears in front of her, and she hasn't achieved any of them because she's alone. If he was with her, she would have achieved them all by now, and if he could have helped her achieve them. Then she receives a message from Kuro that he is waiting for her outside. At night, we see Haruka helping Kuro and looking at them like this from afar. As for our hero, Kuro asks her if she likes him. She quickly responds and tells him, "Yes, of course." Kuro is not surprised because she is very honest. He responds and tells her that he is happy that she cares about her appearance for him and that she is good at her work. Of course, Haruka is very happy with his words and praise, but the joy is not complete because he tells her that he's not ready for a relationship now because he was with a friend before and his girlfriend disappointed him. They finish talking and go see Hikah, who is very drunk, so our heroine excuses herself so that they go to the room. It is better instead of making a scandal. They arrive to the room and he asks Hikah to wipe off his makeup. Haruka laughs because this is the first time Hikah has asked her for something, and the opposite is supposed to happen. Then he tells her that he's going to take a shower to get over it. And here we see Hikah standing outside. Suddenly, they see Kuro, who looks at him and asks if he has a twin sister, and Hikah says no, and runs away from him so that he doesn't expose himself. But Kuro stops him and asks him, "Do you love someone?" At first, Hikah refuses, but after that, he says yes to him on the basis that he is teasing him. And here Kuro dials his number so that they can be together. Hikah's friends refuse, saying that they don't know each other at all. But after that, we find out that he took his number. He also sends him a message and asks him what his name is, and he replies that his name is Ko. Then he enters Hikah's room and finds Haruka asleep, calling her Basim and confessing her love to him. He gets upset and doesn't know what to do. After a while, they stay together and Haruka talks to Hikah in the restaurant, and they know that those days she used to talk a lot with Kuro to the point that he slept with him. While talking to Hikah, our heroine receives a message from Kuro that he wants something from her, and at that moment, Hikah gets annoyed, and we know, dear viewer, that Hikah had been helping Kuro for a while, and doing his hair since he works as a hairdresser, and our heroine doesn't know this. Suddenly, Kuro's manager enters and asks him for a job for Hikah, and the manager agrees to hire him. After that, Kuro talks to him and asks him about his girlfriend, but he refuses to open a conversation with him about this subject. So Kuro replies that he called his friend, who is Haruka, to come and help him. Of course Hikah gets confused because he doesn't want her to know that he works here. Our heroine arrives, but Hikah hides and talks to him. Kuro asks him, "Where are you?" He tells him, "No, I have a stomach ache. I'm in the bathroom." Our kind heroine takes out medicine for the bathtub and helps him. Here we see Hikah decides to get up from his place, but he sees his bag and goes back to get it. When he moves again, he finds Haruka in front of him. She calls him by his real name and is shocked that he is here, but Kuro replies that his name is Ku. She tells him no, that's it, so they both get surprised and immediately realize that he was laughing at them, but all of that was just our friend's imagination. In reality, Kuro asks him why he did that, and he replies that he was afraid for Haruka and wanted to make sure of his honesty or loyalty to her. After that, Kuro's work comes, so he asks their permission and leaves, and the situation passes smoothly. Here we see Haruka in a makeup shop, and she doesn't know what to choose. By chance, he comes behind her. She gets scared, and he helps her choose what she wants. But she tells him that she wants to choose something for him, as a gift. So he asks her why, and she replies, "Because of your help, and I wish you good luck in finding a suitable job for you." He replies with a laugh and says to her, "You don't know how to choose something for yourself, so how can you choose for me? Of course I won't go to the job interview in this crazy outfit. What do you think?" He laughs at her and her foolishness, but in the end, he thanks her for thinking about him. And here we see them after they bought everything they want. Then we see Kuro, and he gets a message from Haruka asking him to go out together on vacation, and she still sends that he agrees. He remembers when he asked him if he liked a girl, and he said yes. Then Kuro shouts at someone asking him to meet him, but we don't know, it's 2 words. I think it will be Haruka's words, for example. This is what we will find out in front of us, my dear viewer. The second day in the morning, Hikah is surprised by Haruka and her beautiful dress. She tells her that she bought it from the store he told her about, and that she decided to confess her feelings to Kuro today, but she wanted to get to know him and get his first opinion. So he sells her some things for her face, and he actually goes to do the right thing for her and tells her that when he got to know Kuro, he recognized him as if he were a girl in order to maintain their relationship together. But now, the situation remains different.
After that, they walk together and she is lost in his words, as usual, and suddenly he stops her. Of course, she thinks that he is making her taste raisins, but he removes an eyelash. She thanks him in a silly way, and he asks her to meet again tomorrow. She agrees, of course. She cannot believe herself, to the point that she says, "This is the life of those who are engaged." On the second day, she continues to talk to Hikah, and tells him what happened yesterday. What happened? Kudo is a nice person. He is not in a rush for anything and respects her.
He tells her that it is better for him to be an animal with you and for you to be his prey. Hikah is embarrassed and asks him to meet him at the end of the week. Hikah replies that he will come if Kudo is there. Haruka replies that she will ask him if he is free, he will come. Of course, here Hikah is planning for one thing, and this is clear. Then our heroine sends a message to Hikah and tells him that Kudo agrees to come, and she remains happy that they are all together again. After that, they gather and go to our heroine, and Kudo is very impressed with her appearance. But suddenly, a famous girl calls out to Kudo, and they have known each other for a long time. This is the girl he was related to, and by God, she was his classmate in school, and they were related to each other, and our heroine is having a shock. Then they go to a blogger named Mew, and she gets to know them and says that she doesn't want anything from Kudo, but wants to apologize that they left each other because she wanted to change her appearance and increase her self-confidence. And the credit, of course, goes to Kudo. Currently, she is happy that he got engaged to a beautiful girl, and she points at him like this. But he replies that she is not that girl and points at our heroine, so Mew apologizes for her confusion and says that she didn't know yet. They start talking and Kudo says that Hikah is very good at makeup. Mew replies and says to him, "No, don't joke, it's very nice. This is what I want. What do you want? If you get engaged, I like you anyway." He says to her, "What's the speed date and why and who are you?" She says to him, "No, we will do matching together and our project will grow and we will become famous. I am a blogger and you help me and the world will be full of flattery." But he responds coldly and embarrasses her with his refusal, saying that his heart is with another girl. At that time, Haruka tells him, "Don't joke, you love a girl without telling me?" He tells her, "Shut up, you too. May God guide you." After that, Kudo decides to take our heroine home, and when he comes, she says to him, "What do you think if you come stay with me tonight at the end of the week?" Then he is silent for a while, and she feels embarrassed that she was hasty. But he replies that he agrees, though he will take a little while because he has work. "I wish," meaning that if she cooks, she tells him, "Oh, fine, what will you eat? But by God, no fried chicken." And indeed, we reach the end of the week and she starts cooking, and he helps her like a magic wand, helping her with everything. So our heroine gets upset and says to him, "I wish I was honest with him and told him that I don't know how to cook." He replies to her that she should at least impress him with her food. Suddenly, she screams because unfortunately she got burned by the oil, and he runs to catch up with her, puts her hand under the water, and she is happy. Unfortunately, after that, they sit and eat together. And our heroine asks him, "I wonder what you are like. What will you wear on the day of your marriage? I can imagine how you'll look together, you in a suit and she in a dress." He comes on the day of the date and brings Kudo home, but he asks Haruka's permission to take a shower because he is sweaty, so he takes it off, and then she turns. Her phone is burning and Mew remains the one who rings. She tells him that his phone is burning, and he takes it from her. At the same time, we see Hikah standing outside and thinking about sending her a message, but he suddenly deletes it. He sees Kudo, begins to ask about Haruka and asks her what happened. She replies that he got a call and left immediately. She thanks him for helping her, but unfortunately all this effort was in vain. Here, he worries about her and goes home to check on her. She tells him that everything is fine. He just had someone call and he will see what's up. She knows the address, so he tries to calm her down and tells her that everything will be fine. They go to the place together, and here, Haruka suddenly stops in the middle of the road and says that she doesn't want to continue and that it's better if she doesn't go because she wants to be a loyal lover to him. But Hikah insists that they go and see what's going on to determine the fate of the relationship. As for Kudo, he talks to Mew and tells her that what happened in high school didn't work and that he is very regretful. We go back in a flashback to his time in high school and see Kudo quickly entering the classroom and finding Mew, calling her. She says, "What is this? Do you know my name?" He says, "Yes, no, we are in one class. How come I don't know your name? This might be the first time we talked. What do you think if we come with me so we can continue our conversation?" A few days later, Mew asked him to marry her, and he agreed. Things were fine until summer vacation, when he came back and received a letter from Mew that she was transferring to another school and it would be best for them to separate. We go back to the present and he remembers Kudo when she talked about their relationship in videos and that he encouraged her. Here, Hikah and Haruka arrive and the scene is not nice. They think Kudo and Mew are in love with each other, but when they get closer, Mew keeps wiping Kudo's shirt, and Kudo and Mew are surprised by their presence. They sit together and Mew explains that someone had been following her all day and she was afraid, so she spoke to Kudo and that she was still coming to the country soon. Of course, no one else knew but him.
She responds that whether she is related to Kudo or they are not engaged, they will remain friends forever. Here, our heroine reaches Kudo, who is sitting, waiting for her. She apologizes for being late and tells him that she wants to talk to him about something, but he also wants to tell her something. He asks her if she agrees to them getting engaged. A moment of silence occurs for everyone. Of course, Haruka agrees, but she cannot believe what is happening. After that, they walk together and she is lost in his words, as usual, and suddenly he stops her. Of course, she thinks that he is making her taste raisins, but he removes an eyelash. She thanks him in a silly way, and he asks her to meet again tomorrow. She agrees, of course. On the second day, she continues to talk to Hikah and tells him what happened yesterday. What happened? Kudo is a nice person. He is not in a rush for anything and respects her. He tells her that it is better for him to be an animal with you and for you to be his prey. Hikah is embarrassed and asks him to meet him at the end of the week. Hikah replies that he will come if Kudo is there. He tells her, yes, it will be a date and a beautiful night. Here, Haruka imagines that they love each other, but Hikah wakes her up and says to her, "What are you imagining? Get up, madam. Isn't it still night?" She responds that whether she is related to Kuro or Meow, he is surprised that she is in the same university as him. When Alanya tells him that she will be on the judging committee for his work, she is shocked. After that, we see Hikah with Herc in a clothing store choosing clothes for her to celebrate her 1 month of engagement with Kuro. He is surprised by her actions because she is distracted. She replies that she found out that Meow is on the judging committee. He replies that he was surprised just like her. And he reassures her that Kuro loves her, so Haruka thanks him for helping her, and indeed after that, Kuro immediately invites Haruka to a famous restaurant and she is happy and knows him from Instagram, happy that she finally comforted him. He responds that this dear person belongs to his dear girlfriend, so she becomes even happier and tells him that she owes him an apology. A few days ago, when they were in the restaurant, she heard him talking to Meow, and Kuro responds that he is also sorry, and at that time Meow was advising him to treat him well. She becomes curious and asks him why he admires her, and he responds that there is everything beautiful about her, and to be honest, I mean, you treat yourself. After that, they go out and stop in front of a jewelry store, and he decides to buy her a ring on the occasion of her anniversary. Here we see this in a meeting, and suddenly he sees Haruka walking alone, so he is surprised and runs down to see her and asks her if she is okay. She tells him, "Don't you have a meeting?" He responds by telling her he isn't. Something happened? She tells him no, I broke up with him. He is shocked by her words. He starts to sit with her to find out what happened. And you also know, dear viewer, she replies that everything was going well and remembers what happened between them. He replies that Kuro did a lot of things for her. She replies that this is also the reason and that since Meow appeared, her confidence has been shaken and that Meow is more suitable because unfortunately when she is with him, she acts happily and naturally, just as he told me that when I am with him, I act naturally. But I did not notice this in him, and she knew immediately that he was attached to Meow and not to her.
He tries to make her know that this is normal because they have been friends for a long time, and she tells him that she has changed a lot recently. She was not herself, and she remembers the last situation that happened between her and Kuro, when she asked him to talk together first, and once she asked that they break up because she no longer felt safe and comfortable. But Kuro simply says he is sorry and agrees to the breakup. We return to the present. He is surprised by the speed of his response and the ease with which Date responds. Haruka says it is normal. She expected it because she is sure that he still loves Meow because he is afraid for her and cares for her until now, and treats her in a way that she wanted him to treat her. But it is good, and she is the one who asked for the breakup and is not upset. Suddenly she cries and completes her words by saying that she is upset. By God, I am upset. But I am upset because she wasted your effort and a lot of help on Earth. He reassures her that he stays with her, and here he stays with her like this all night. She wakes up and finds him still there and is happy with his presence with her. The next day we see Hikah in a meeting with Shulk. They are looking for a suitable model for their project, but they have not found anyone yet. Suddenly, Hikah receives a call from our heroine. She finds out that her haircut is... Here we see Kuro thinking. He has beautiful memories with our heroine, and his friend Meow, who is surprised that they broke up, tries to get out of the situation he is in by writing down the negatives that happen in his relationships with girls. As for Hikah, he decides to adjust our hair because it was his ice cream when he cut it, and he cuts her hair in a better way, and everyone likes his haircut for her. Suddenly, what happens is that our heroine looks like the model they are looking for, and he suggests that she be the model, but she refuses. So they take her to the show, but she apologizes that she doesn't know, and there is someone calling out for this, so he asks for permission. Shoba starts talking to her that this show is important to them, and their entire future is linked to the show, and especially like this, you have to think. So when he comes like this and takes her outside, she asks him if he would be happy if she agreed to be the model. But suddenly he is silent and doesn't know how to respond. And this is because he saw his father, and that they are getting close to him. His father started to yell at him and told him, "You are running away from us." No, and she also disguises herself as a girl. But our heroine defends him and tells him that no one should yell at him even if you are his family. So he calms him down, and then he takes her and they leave. The next day, we see Kuro. He arrives at work and sees Haruka. For the first time, he talks to him after the breakup. He likes her new haircut, and our heroine asks him why he didn't ask her about the reason for the breakup. He replies that he doesn't want to upset anyone and doesn't want to know the reason because it is definitely something that will upset him. She thanks him for their relationship, even for a short time. He replies that he was happy to be with her. After that, she exercises alone, and Meow sees her. She sits and talks to him and asks her if she was the reason for her breakup with Kuro. She replies that she was the starting point, nothing more, and that her relationship with Kuro wasn't healthy or right. Meow cries because she feels guilty, and confesses that she still loves Kuro, and that she wanted to feel guilty, and she didn't mean anything. Haruka replies that she confesses to him and that she is really happy for them. We go with the skeleton who is at work, and Shope comes and asks him to go so he doesn't get tired, because he needs to sleep and rest. We go back to our heroine, who is impersonating the model. Even in her work, she moves in the same way as models, and everyone is impressed by her. Here, we see Heika's mother seeing his son's name in all the magazines, and she is proud of him, and remembers what Haruka said about him. Suddenly, her father arrives and asks her what she is doing. She replies that she wants to attend their son's show. He refuses and tells her that he is not their son. Your son decided to run away and disguise himself from us. He is a girl so that no one finds him. We go back with him. He goes to work and is surprised that our heroine is completely messed up and that she wanted to do something new, but turned the opposite. She came to put on her makeup. This is the right example in the right situation. Then our heroine exercises alone like this. He sees her and is distracted with her. She notices him, and he tells her that she has to go so she can rest.
He notices that her feet are stuck together where the heels are. She replies that she is happy and pleased to work with him. He replies that he is very happy that she is his model. Suddenly, Haruka loses her balance and falls. Then they stand up, and he apologizes and tells her that he will pack his bag. Pen and notices Shoke. Haruka becomes nervous because the show is tomorrow, and it is Haruka's turn to come out radiant and in all her elegance, and walks with confidence.
Then, he applies makeup to her, but the brush falls. He remembers when Haruka applied makeup to herself with her hands, and he started applying it. The makeup is in his hand, but it looks amazing, and everyone admires Ambar and her beauty and brilliance. She remains a mother among those present, and she is happy because the show ends and Hikah wins the first prize. Hikah thanks her for helping him in the show, and all of this, none of them know that he is actually still a son in disguise. Our heroine is also happy and goes to hug him, but he keeps her away from him, so she is surprised and asks his permission for this. She walks away and is upset. She reaches out to Meow and tells him that you seem to like her or not. She gets upset. She knows how to tell him that all people get ideas from her. He responds to Hikah and tells her not to say anything to her. Meow responds and tells him, but this is how someone might relate to her and get lost. He looks at her and gets worried. Haruka then takes their mind that Meow is there and asks her about Hikah. She replies that he drank. It was a lot of longing for her to say to her with sadness, "Oh, I understand." The next day, our heroine goes to Mew's workplace. Mew gives her a gift on the occasion of her taking first place and is happy with it. She replies that all the thanks and effort are for him, but Mew tells her that Hikah succeeded and his work will definitely be somewhere else, and this threatens to make money for them. Our heroine is surprised, so she says to her, "Were you serious?" She replies, "Yes." Then Mew advises her that Hikah is a suitable person and it would be better if she got engaged to him because they suit each other. Haruka replies that they are just his friends. She tells her, "As you wish, just think about it." After that, our heroine goes to Hikah, who thanks her for being there. She replies that she was close and that she didn't come specially or anything. So Hikah gives her a makeup box from Shoke and thanks her for her effort with them. At that moment, someone calls him, so Shoke talks to Haruka about how everyone here depends on Hikah because he is smart and precise at work. She replies to him, "You seem to know this very well." He knows that he is the person who knows and understands him the most and asks her if she loves him. She replies that he is her dearest friend and she loves him. "I must have noticed this. You have to be brave and develop your relationship with him because I don't want to shock you. If I am late, unfortunately, I will travel to Korea and I will also possibly take Hikah with me. His future there is better." She keeps walking distracted and upset until Hikah calls her and she does not reply. Suddenly, she looks at him and starts crying. She tells him not to leave her and that she wants their friendship to last longer and for him not to travel to Korea. He replies that he will not travel or anything and that this is a lie because he will stay with her forever. Haruka hugs him and thanks him for staying with him forever. After that, we see Yalka sitting with Shoke in a cafe, and she asks him about what he said. Haruka replies that he does not tell a lie about anything and that he really wants to travel with him to Korea for work. But Hikah tells him that unfortunately he is not ready to travel and wants to stay here with our heroine because he loves her. After that, our heroine receives a call from Hikah asking her to go out with him on a small trip. Our heroine is surprised and starts preparing herself by convincing herself that friends are normal, meaning they go out together, and she does not want to lose him or remove him from her life, so she must maintain their friendship together because this is the appropriate solution. Haruka reaches Hikah and says to him, "What is this? What is this? What is this? Finally, now you are not afraid of anyone or running from anyone, and you have returned to your normal self again?" They reply and tell her that she is, too, meaning she looks pretty and her clothes suit her. After that, they go to a restaurant for lunch, and the waiter offers them sweets to celebrate their relationship, and she replies and says no. He replies like this and says, "Thank you, and it's okay. What's the problem? Eat while you remain silent, and that's it. Is it necessary for someone to know the details?" Haruka is surprised by his actions. When he invites her to, she says to him the fish date, which is a tunnel, and there are fish around us and we call it, and it's related things. He tells her not to live the role and you are silent. So she enters and stands looking at the fish and is amazed and confesses to herself that she is happy with his presence and is afraid of losing all of this later, but Haru holds her hands. She is scared and embarrassed that she wants to go to the bathroom, and that's it. So he tells her, okay, go to the bathroom. There, she is nervous because she is afraid that her feelings will be exposed. She goes out of the bathroom and finds him standing waiting for her. They look together at pictures of penguins and that they know how to love, but of course, she is embarrassed and walks quickly. After that, he goes out. She tries not to talk about anything related to love and that they are friends. He replies by asking her if she likes someone, and she tells him no and not thinking about it at all now because I still separated from recently and happy, meaning that we are friends with each other all the time. Yes, I will go buy ice cream and come back. So he goes to buy ice cream and they sit together, but he takes a piece from him because he bought it only once because it's expensive. But she avoids his reaction and treats him like, you mean? You are not embarrassed. Aren't you supposed to be in a relationship? Or did you forget when you told me that you love a girl and now you are flirting with me? So it is shameful, for the sake of honesty and truth? He responds and tells him no. On the contrary, you are the one who is playing with me and telling me that you love me, right or wrong. But suddenly his tone of voice changes, and he asks her what makes her admire a man, his handsome looks, or his manliness. Anyway, I'm tired. Enough of this until today. At that time, our heroine stands in front of the mirror and decides to confess her love to him because she does not want to keep lying to him all the time. After that, our heroine goes to Hikah and confesses her love to him and tells him that she knows that he loves. One, she is sorry for her feelings and does not want him to think badly of her.
Especially after she broke up with Koro, but she does not want to lie again and that she loves him, so he remains silent and does not answer. She asks him why he did not do anything, so he tells her that he would not be able to, and she tells him, never mind, I knew I was rejected. He tells her to be patient, but she misunderstood. He takes tickets out of his pocket and tells her that he booked them on a classic ship at sea because he loves her. He wanted to confess to her before and tell her that he loves her, so he is surprised by this and that she, unfortunately, misunderstood him. She says to him, "Who do you love?" He says to her, "I love you." She tells him, "No, man, really?" He says, "Yes, by God." After that, our heroine decides to invite her beloved to her house for dinner, and she cooks for him herself, even arranging the house, and everything is perfect. He is surprised by this because he used to live with him and knows that the beans are her fate. They sit down to eat, and he likes the food, and she tells him that the recipe is his mother's, and she wanted to make it for him. He is happy that she cares about him and made him a meal that is dear to her heart. He tries to reassure her that he loves her and is not in a hurry about anything, and that the word "I love you" is enough for him. She replies that she really loves him, and she didn't know that until recently, and that she didn't mean to if she upset him in the past days, and that she didn't feel anything about him. He replies that they should forget the past and start a new story. Now we love each other. He gets closer to her, and for the first time, he makes her taste raisins. And with that, the series ends, dear viewer. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell. Good evening to you so that our friends can have boys and girls.